What is going on, everybody? How are you? Hopefully everyone can like, subscribe, share, and comment, please. Late night stream. I usually go earlier, but don't have that much time, so gotta use the time I have. So, all right, today we got my boy Nick here. We are gonna talk about some AEW. I've been dreading to talk about AEW. Like I really just it's like really I could just be dropping videos of AEW every week, because that's really where the views are at. Like just some anti AEW shit. But I just be like, just talking about it so much it just make my head hurt. Like just keep talking about it every day. Like, nah, fuck that. So this stream is about make AEW great again. Please, for the love of God. It's been years now. In my opinion, I feel like it's been like 2 years, 3 years maybe since AEW's been actually like good, in my opinion. Tony Khan I don't know what this man does. He just wants to do what he wants to do, I guess, and it's fine. It's your business, but have a sense of awareness to know like what's good and what's not. So, have you? Let me ask you. Like, have you been watching AEW at all?
I don't. I try to watch Dynamite like the first hour, and then I kind of just tune off. But yeah, I've been kind of like in a lull with it right now. I mean, if they go on the Max, I'll start watching their pay-per-views more like religiously. Because who wants to spend like $50 on a pay-per-view that you casually watch? I don't know anybody who would do that. But like the problem right now is like you have so like WWE has this problem is going to have this problem sooner or later again where they have too many people and it's just hard to get everybody on the show. And then like it's the internet audience too. Like, most WWE fans like just watch WWE. Some of them don't watch AEW. And the people who do are like, oh yeah, it's like it's not my cup of tea, but yeah, it's all right. But I think right now, like I think I've said this before, like just don't sign anybody else. Like they signed Okada, they signed Ospreay, and they signed Mercedes. Probably should have just left it there, but they're probably going to sign Ricochet. And
the Bobby Lashley.
I don't know if Bobby goes there.
I would love for him to go to Japan.
That's what I was saying too.
That would be crazy. It would be a beast over there.
Yeah, exactly. And they don't really. I mean, he could fit right in right over there. Like they don't really have like a big draw now that all these guys are like old and retiring. So maybe he can slide into one of the main event slots there.
Yeah, but him and Ricochet over there.
Yeah, exactly. But I feel like if like, you've made your money at this point in WWE, both of them have. I'm sure they've made a decent living there. They're probably like, okay, I can go AEW, get pushed decently well. And Ricochet was a big name on the indies like 10 years ago, almost 10 years ago. So he could continue. And he has a large fan following on the internet. So he can be that guy that you need. Like anytime you need a dependable match, he can go out there and do that for you. But as far as making it great again, my biggest thing, I think the trios thing, it shouldn't have been a thing because, and I get it. People like the trios matches because the work rate's better and stuff like that. And you get like three great people on one side, but it's like, you're also disservicing the tag division because now instead of having one great division, you have two mediocre ones. And it's just not
destroy the division.
Yeah, it's just not a good it's not good to have that problem because now it's like, okay, so what do we do? And then I saw something today that I thought was really crazy, considering how when AEW first started, it was like tag team heaven. Like every week there was a banger tag match. The tag team titles on AEW television have only been defended 4 times on AEW television.
Ever?
Like this year.
Oh,
No. This year, it's only the 4th time. And I get it. The Bucks gimmick is like, oh, we're corporate heels. Like, we have to do this. And like, no. I get it. Like, and plus the storyline kind of lost steam a little bit. Because now
it lost steam a while back.
Yeah.
Bro, honestly, with the Bucks, I think they single-handedly destroyed that tag team division. Mm-hmm. Mainly because they wasn't really letting people get over on them. Like, I feel like the tag division wasn't important unless they were in it. Unless they were involved in the tag title picture, like it wasn't focused on in the show. You know? And as soon as they went away from it, it wasn't like the Acclaim had their run. People liked them. And then all of a sudden it just disappeared. The Bucks came back, wanted to do a trios title, and then everything else was focused on the trios. So like you just shitted on the tag team. Like,
yeah,
I just really, it's just sad to see. And now you got the guys like Lucha Brothers that they're trying to make their way to WWE. Like,
yeah,
it is sad how you just destroyed your whole tag division when you were trying to push the tag division as this big thing. Like, what was the most recent like tag team storyline that like really?
The only one that sticks out for me was Sting. That's the only one that stuck out to me.
Sting and Darby versus
that was the only thing this year that piqued my interest tag wise. And that was in March. We're in August. That was 3 or 4 months ago. You know what I mean? And wrestling's like a "what have you done for me lately" thing. So it's like, okay, like
it's sad.
You've had the belts for this long. You have to, either come up with a cohesive storyline that makes sense, or just drop the belts and just that call it a day at this point.
Yeah, and then a lot of these stories don't make any sense, or they're just not like good. They're not compelling enough. Like when they beat up Tony Khan, like they should have followed up with something bigger. It was just like it never really happened.
And he's on TV, not selling anything.
Yeah, he was just like it was like a joke.
He was at the NFL draft. He had a neck brace on. I'm like, okay, that's the crossover. But like then, like a couple months, we don't even hear anything about it.
Yeah, he was smiling with the neck brace on. Like, haha, yeah, it's actually they changed the name to Tony Khan Driver. Like, like why would come on, bro? Like, do you think that's cool? Like,
well, the main event scene is also like not depleted, but like you have, you don't have that many. You have Swerve, who I think is a great champion. You have him feuding with Danielson, which is great. But after Danielson's said he's going to need surgery. So even if he wins the belt, like he's probably done. So, I mean, then it's the storyline. Oh, I'm going to retire if I lose. And then it's like, okay, so you're either going to get surgery and you're out for the rest. You're out for until probably late next year because it's next surgery, or you retire and then that's it. But I mean, like no Eddie Kingston, no Kenny Omega. You don't really have that many guys for Swerve to feud with. I mean, MJF at some point, I guess, but I just don't know. Right? Well, Hangman's the other thing they're building.
To me, Hangman, I don't even know about Hangman anymore. He's about to feud with Jeff Jarrett at All In. They're about to have a match at All In.
That's just to get him on All In. That's the only thing. Like,
Jeff Jarrett.
Of all the people in the company, you're like, okay, let's feud him with this 60-year-old man.
It's funny to me. Jeff Jarrett works better than most of the guys in the locker room.
It's sad, but you know what? That's really not that bold of a take. Like he had a nice match with Danielson the other week. And I'm like, how is he outworking the fucking guys that are like half his age? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Like he worked as a face against Hangman and actually worked pretty well. And then now he's, I guess, a heel against Danielson, and he was doing good then too. Like, it's like you got to tell a story in the ring too. You just can't do spots. A bunch of spots ain't gonna do nothing for you
to
get you injured.
The thing about AEW, it's like you watch like WWE, and like people are gonna get mad at this, but they work a style where it's like moves matter, but not as much. Like moves matter more because they're not hit as much. Like the blood thing is also a big thing. Like when blood happens in the ring in WWE, you're like, oh shit, they're bleeding. Like in AEW, it's just like, okay, another match. Like
another match, bro.
Unless it's the Hangman Swerve match, which is like fucking crazy, and then just everyone's bleeding and just for crazy reasons. But I feel like less is sometimes more. Like you look at a guy like Randy Orton, like his matches are nothing like AEW style, but his matches are always good. Like he does what he needs to do. He knows not to do with a bunch of crazy shit because the crowd will pop for it, but it's not like it's gonna be like fulfilling. Like it's a 10-second thing, and then like you have to build this psychology up on it. There's no I get it. There's a bunch of takes, and I'm like the psychology of it is very in depth and everything like that. And you can have your opinions on what a wrestling match is, but like a AEW match, for lack of a better term, is most of it is flippy, but there are some times where you get a nice story, like in what's a good example? Like when Punk and MJF, that's a bloodbath in a match, but like that's a good story. Like it's like there's reasons behind it. You know what I mean? Like, and Hangman and Swerve is another one. Hangman and Kenny is another one. But there's just a lot of why is this happening? Like, why are they feuding? You know what I mean? And like people will give CM Punk and Drew McIntyre shit for feuding over a what was it, a friendship bracelet or something like that.
Yeah.
But I'm like, that it makes sense. It's his property. It has his dog's name and his wife's name. It's not it's not a wedding ring, but like it still means something to the guy.
Yeah, it means something.
This guy cost him 8 months of his career. That's why he's pissed that he has it. Like, and people are like, oh, like they're feuding over a bracelet. It's like, no, they're not feuding value. Exactly. But
just the fact that they're getting that bracelet over is like
exactly.
It's a bracelet. AEW can't even get a title over.
No.
Like, what title is over right now? I have no idea.
The tag team division's dead. Trios is dead.
The roster's bloated. Like, I might do it. I'm thinking about doing a tier list of this roster, like, because like a lot of people just think that all these guys are they're all main event talents.
Yeah,
a lot of these guys shouldn't even be in this.
No, it's very cut and dry who your main event guys are. You have maybe I want to say every company has 10 guys who you can be like, okay, we'll put him in a main event and it makes sense. Like WWE has that in abundance. AEW could have that in abundance, but it's all about TV time and maximizing your minutes and everything like that.
Look at this roster. Okay. Look at this roster.
Yeah, this is Jesus Christ, that's a lot of people.
That's all the men. That's just the men.
That's just the men. Holy shit. Okay. So let's see. All right. So put Rusev in the release, Miro, whatever the hell his name is. Put him in the release because he has not worked the match this year. Okay. Eddie's hurt, but he can be in the main event. Jake Hager's gone. He's not even with the company anymore.
Let's start. I guess we could. Nah, I'm gonna go right. Nah. I'll go.
You want to do left to right?
Yeah, let's go left to right.
Is that AR? Who is that? AR Fox?
AR fucking Fox.
Okay.
Me personally, I don't even think he should even be in that shit.
I don't know much about him. Like that's a thing. I don't know much about these guys.
Yeah, me neither. And he showed me nothing to be like, oh, like this is an interesting. All I know is that he trained, I think, Nick Wayne.
Okay.
That's why he got a job.
Yes.
Opinion.
Okay.
Who is this guy? Is this Peter Apple?
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, you're released, buddy. You're under contract. Who's this?
Is that Lee Moriarty?
Nah, no. I think that's Sean Dean. That's
Oh God.
That's Sean Dean. I like Sean Dean. I
We're gonna
like
get
putting him
buried for
lower.
this. People are gonna be like,
I
"Who?
don't give a
Like these guys don't know anybody." It's like we don't know everybody on the
Nah,
roster.
I know Captain Sean Dean.
All right,
He
Okada's
works.
AEW
Yeah,
champion.
he's champion.
He's up there.
It's okay. I
Nick
mean, but the way
Wayne.
they booking him,
I would put Nick Wayne in the mid card. He's not terrible.
he could be a mid carder, most
But
definitely. I could
yeah,
see him there. But
Jake.
I just think like I don't know. He just besides like his mom being there and Christian, there's really nothing much about him.
Well, he's also young. He's like 19.
Yeah,
So
he's the youngest.
you got to
so
give him
he
a
got
few
time.
more years.
But,
He's gone. So put him in the release.
Screw him.
Is Stu Grayson still there?
Nah, I think he's
gone.
TNA.
Kota Ibushi, and even though he was great in Japan, he can't.
He's not it.
He is mid card, unfortunately, because of his injuries. Unfortunately,
yeah.
Keith Lee, another unfortunate a mid card guy because of what's going on with his health. That sucks because I love Keith Lee, but unfortunately, he's mid card.
Like yeah, like
he's just.
I mean, right now he's lower card, honestly.
I think his contract's up too. I think he might. I mean, I don't know. He might retire. I think he's got a lot of health issues. I hope he doesn't, but oof.
Like I want to do it based on like where they're at right now.
Where they're at right now? Oh man.
Well, he might be released.
Yeah. Damn. I would do no, I can't release Keith Lee. Lower card. You got to do lower card with him right now. And then he can build
he's done when he's got here was the swerve thing. That was really weird.
I dig that, but that was 2 years ago already. Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
Billy Gunn, lower card.
Lower card.
Max Caster, lower
he's
card.
He's crazy. He's bigger than most of the roster, and he's like 60.
Yeah, Max Caster's lower card. Is that Christopher Daniels?
Yeah.
Lower card.
He's
just an on-air authority figure. Eddie Kingston, main eventer.
Yeah, main eventer, definitely.
Fenix is going to WWE, so he's released, but he's main event guy. If let's just put him in main event because he's one of the.
Who is that? Aaron Solo or some shit? Solo.
Oh God, I don't know any of these guys.
I don't care for him. Satnam Singh, but a sing ass.
Action Andretti, lower card.
Oh, this is the guy that Jericho got over, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who everyone's like, oh, Jericho got him over. Where is he?
And the only job Jericho's done in the last God knows how long. I would put OC in mid card.
Yeah, he's not a main eventer.
No, he
people
can't.
Will swear by him, but he's a great worker. But
yeah,
that character can only go so far.
Mm-hmm.
That's top flight's brother.
Okay, he's lower card, but him and his brother can definitely. Once the Lucha Brothers leave, they should be up there. Moxley's AEW champion.
John Moxley.
Yeah, he's
when he wants to be serious, but I feel like his serious is like bleeding every weekend.
Yeah, exactly.
Yo, I don't know, bro.
Too much bleeding.
I feel like nobody in this company takes themselves seriously.
No,
and like when they try to, it just comes off corny and cringy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who this man is.
Just put him towards the bottom.
Oh wait, I think that might be Nick Camarato or something. Yeah, I
don't know. John Morrison, lower card, or Johnny Elite, because you just starts trademarking every name. That's Kyle Fletcher.
I'll put him in the mid card.
Mid card, yeah, that works.
Kyle Fletcher.
Hobbs, if they get behind Will Hobbs, he is a beast. I think he could be a main eventer, but he's been hurt, so put him in mid card right now because I think he could be really good, but he has to get healthy. I hate the guns. I hate the guns with a passion, but lower card. Kyle O'Reilly's a solid mid card guy who
remember when he came back, like all he did was lose to Roger.
And it's so sad because he's so good.
I don't like he's moving like a lower card guy, but I'll put him in the middle.
Yeah. Matt, the Bucks are in the mid card just because of their status. That's all it is.
That's as far as they should be, but they think
Yeah,
they're main event guys.
exactly. Matt Hardy's gone. Get him out of there. He's old and doesn't offer anybody anything anymore.
He's
Adam
hurt.
Copeland, main event, because
Yeah,
he's 50 years old and out working at a bunch of guys. Mid card, I like Top Flight.
He's gonna be with his brother.
Evan Bourne's in the company.
Yeah, Matt Seidel.
Why do they have these many people on the goddamn roster? It doesn't make any sense.
People on like I don't know. He just jobs to people.
Lower card.
He should get released, honestly.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, there's so many more. Release Mike Bennett. I care very little for him.
Wasn't he supposed to be in the top faction of AEW?
The Undisputed Kingdom. That whole angle was horrible, and I feel bad for Adam Cole because he had to be suckered into that, and God help that man. I really hope he gets healthy.
Like, he's still hurt, so he's not going to be back for All In.
No, I don't think so. I think maybe he comes back at the end of the year, but they said it's still pretty bad.
Shit.
Which sucks. Another unfortunate injury.
I mean, Bennett, I don't want to release. I'll put him in the lower card.
Lower card? Okay. Jay Lethal is a solid guy. Put him in the mid card.
Oh, yeah.
I love Jay Lethal.
Oh, my God.
Hate the faction he's in, but I love Jay Lethal. Big Bill is a solid guy.
I'm putting him mid card.
Go mid card.
He could be a mid card heel.
Yeah, I think so. He's got the great size for it. Jericho is mid card. As of right now, Jericho is mid card.
That's what they should do.
But they're not going to because he's one of the founding guys. Is that Bandito? Bandito's good. Bandito's
where has he?
He's been hurt. He had like a wrist injury and he's still rehabbing, but they said he should be back soon. I'd put him in the mid card because he's like another guy. Danielson, AEW World Champion. He's the best wrestler probably of our generation, and like he's just the GOAT. Shibata. Shibata's a mid card guy, I would say.
Yeah, definitely mid card. Not a team.
Yeah, Dax. The FTR is mid card.
That's Griff. That's Griff
Garrison. Lower card.
I'll release Griff.
Really?
Okay. I mean, I don't know. He needs something. He needs a character or something to hang his hat on.
Matt Taven, lower card, because I think him and Bennett could be a good tag team, but I don't really release Tony Nese. Even though he's from our area, but he would be better suited for the X Division and TNA, and I think that's a better use of his services.
Angelo Parker, right? That's his name.
Lower card. All right. Penta's main event. I would put Penta in the main event or mid card, one or the other. Phoenix is definitely better than him, but I mean, you can throw Penta probably into a main event program and no one would sniff at it. Ass Boy number 2 go in the lower card. Daniel Garcia is a very interesting thing because I think he still hasn't re-signed, so I think he's weighing his options. So
I can see him in NXT.
Yeah, I can see him in NXT too. So. And I think he's a very solid wrestler, so put him in mid card for right now.
Yeah, he's definitely a mid card.
Kill Switch, aka Luchasaurus, is definitely a mid card guy. I love him because he's another guy who's solid big man. Oh god, that's the dude from the Righteous.
Oh yeah, the Righteous. I like the Righteous, but he's gonna be a lower card.
Yeah,
Vincent, right? Or
I don't know if that's Vincent or somebody else. Uh,
I think so. Who is this, Butcher or Blade?
I think that's the Blade.
I like Butcher and Blade. I really do. There's nothing. They don't do anything there.
No, they don't.
The lower card. Butcher.
There's just too many. Again, this is the thing. There's too many people in the division. Is that Hangman?
Nah, that's Reynolds.
Oh, it's okay. Man, the Dark Order hasn't done shit in so long. My God.
Let me just save us some time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
we got it.
He can be lower card, I guess.
Yeah.
Reynolds. Yeah.
Takeshita's an AEW champion.
Event. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a beast.
Oh, scroll up. Dang it, mouse.
Okay. So 4 AEW, 4 main event guys.
I wish they actually pushed him.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but I don't put stock in what Dave Meltzer thinks because but listen, everybody's entitled to their opinion. But the readers of the Wrestling Observer newsletter, you guys voted Don Callis the best manager over Paul Heyman. Who do you not? How can you listen to Don Callis talk and be
was
like,
it Callis or was it Nana?
It was Don Callis.
Oh,
even Prince Nana's a better example of a good manager. Don Callis doesn't get anybody over. He gets himself over. He is literally when his segments come on, I'm literally like off mute. I can't stand Don Callis. He was okay with Kenny when Kenny was a heel, but now it's time to just get him off television. I'm sorry.
Honestly. It is. He really does. He only tries to get himself over. It's funny as shit.
Brody King.
Brody King, I could put him in. He's an upper mid carder, I think.
Yeah, I would. Yeah. I was thinking main event, but I'm like, not just
he
yet.
Could be. He could be.
He can absolutely. He's like, if you threw him in a main event, I wouldn't say anything. Jay White is Jay White's main event, even though his booking had. Yes, he is. Like, people forget how good he is because he's been in dog shit. He's had dog shit booking in AEW.
They treat him like a lower card.
They had him lose that match to MJF in one of the worst. They made two of the youngest guys in the bit, under 30. Jay White just turned 30, and MJF is still in his 20s. They made them look so bad. They made him look so weak in that match, and it just didn't make any goddamn sense. God. I really wish WWE wasn't in a hiring freeze because I know Jay White would be killing it right now. But again, nothing is guaranteed. You don't know who's booking the show. You don't know how the booking's
man.
He made exactly. Lance Archer's solid mid card.
Another guy, Lance Archer, man.
Another AEW original. He's still there.
There's so many people I gotta sift through.
Oh, good Lord.
Some people they just gotta go.
Malachi. Oh, God.
Main event, but it's just he should be in release column. I should just put these guys in release because they shouldn't go.
Yeah, I feel like Malachi is just God. It's so annoying. Like, they have so many guys and they have them in this nothing trios division.
Nothing.
Trent Beretta is lower card. I know they tried to turn him heel with Orange, but it just doesn't work. And then he got hurt, so that's unfortunate. But Ego's if the fucking NXT champion. He's not even with the company.
I love Ethan Page, man. I'm glad he's getting the opportunity to show up.
Is that a Private Party?
No, this is I think that's Lee Johnson.
Okay.
Look out of here. Lee Moriarty, you get the fuck out of here, bro. I'm tired of seeing him wrestle. As soon as someone debuts, they wrestle Lee Moriarty.
They're like, oh, jobber. Here you go.
This dude has no personality or nothing. He's just there.
I hate Jack Perry with such a passion. Unfortunately, I would put him, as of current standing, put him in mid-card.
Yeah, he's in mid-card.
as of current, if that's how we're doing the tier list. Is that
Who the
Santana?
fuck is this?
Is that Santana? No. No,
Who the fuck is that? That is not.
I don't know. I'd never.
Oh wait, I think that's a go-go.
Oh
Anthony
God,
Ogogo.
release Anthony Ogogo. Oh God.
Oh, it's the Righteous, Duchess. I
Yeah.
think lower card. Josh, is that Josh Woods?
I don't know either.
I
recognize some of these guys, but oh Jesus,
I don't even know. He's a lower card guy. He's a good wrestler. He's a really good wrestler. But
yeah, I don't know who the dude in the fedora is.
This is Jack Evans' partner, the old partner, and Helico or something. Yeah, you're released. He's good too, but
Bowens mid card. I like Anthony Bowens. I think he could be something. I just get him out of the Acclaimed.
You want them to split?
I mean, I don't know. I feel like it'd be interesting if Max turned on him and then you push Anthony because Anthony is very talented. But mid card for Mr. That's Nick Jackson?
Yeah, I like Nick better than Matt. At least he doesn't try too hard. Matt,
Matt. I feel Matt reeks of try hard energy.
For real, like you can clearly see he thinks highly of himself.
I love Dustin Rhodes, but I think he should go to WWE and go be with his brother and for a little while. Not like for an extended run, but just for a little while, then retire. I think he's a trios champion right now.
Imagine him in the Bloodline story.
Oh good Lord. He can still go, which is crazy because he's 50-something years old. But he can still go.
So,
I would I don't want to release him because that's kind of disrespectful. I would put him in lower card though, because he doesn't really offer the company much except as a reliable guy. Mark Briscoe.
I'll put him in the mid card.
Yeah. No, that's a good spot for him.
Oh, fuck. This is
I thought that was Marty Skrull for a second. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, did he take steroids?
That's Preston Vance. Yeah.
Oh, 10.
I might release him.
Yeah, I would just release him.
He hasn't shown any character. Oh, I love Juice.
I love Juice. Juice is the best part of Bullet Club Gold, so I would put him in the upper mid card or the mid card or whatever it is.
Yeah, Juice definitely.
Okay.
Who the fuck? Oh, is this?
Is that Commander?
Yeah.
Mid card.
Fuck that.
Mid card. Lower card.
The Commander.
Okay.
He does that rope spot all the freaking time. Like he just spams that move over and over again.
Okay.
He's just like, do something else, bro.
Gotcha. I don't know who that is.
This
it's just so hard.
Think is by the tattoos. I think that's
Is that one of the guys in the Mogul Embassy?
Yes, the Samoan one.
Oh God damn it! What is his name?
Is it Wow?
Don't forgot. Nope. Just nope. Just put him in lower card because we don't know who he is.
They're the Jobber Embassy anyway. They don't win any matches.
No, Christian is a main event guy.
Yeah.
Which again is crazy because he's 50.
So many people.
All right, so we have okay.
So right now the champs: Okada, Mox, Danielson, Takeshita.
The main event scene isn't terrible, but two of those guys aren't even going to be in the company in a few weeks.
Wait, can you point out the baby faces?
Eddie, Edge. Oh, sorry, Adam Copeland. Phoenix and Pentagon, and that's it. I mean, a
lot of these guys work better as heels.
Yeah, no, Christian's an all-time heel. Jay White's a good heel. Malachi is he works better as a tweener. Like, you know what I mean? Like he doesn't like that like he doesn't need to be like a heel or a babyface. He can just slide in either role as an anti-hero type of character. Is that the Vari?
Yeah, get him out of here.
Yeah, get him out of there.
Th-
Joe's a main eventer. Swerve's obviously
This
AEW
is
champion.
this is his partner from Mogul.
Okay,
I'm just
there you
saying.
go.
Yeah, Joe
Joe,
Champ. If I could freaking get up there.
yeah, Joe's champion. Swerve's champion. Parker Boudreaux, get him the fuck out of here. Oh, the next Brock Lesnar, yeah, based off of his looks.
Yeah,
It's ridiculous.
Parker.
Yeah, you get him out of here. Darby's a main event guy, for sure.
Darby's like the only guy that's like just stays out of drama.
Yeah. And
what are your freak Mike?
Yeah, no, Darby's a main event guy.
What are your thoughts on the Britt Baker and that?
I think like anything in AEW, it's an easily avoidable situation. Just hire a conflict resolution guy. Oh yeah, that sums it up perfectly. I just saw what you did. Fucking Cabana. It's like unintentionally started the downturn of AEW because of this BS with CM Punk.
Yeah, because they're his friends.
It just doesn't. So. I don't want to get into it because we talked about it enough. But any backstage incident is avoidable. You know, if you just work like grown-ups. But again, it just proves to you any place in the world that nobody is a grown-up and people act like idiots.
Yeah.
Who is that? Isaiah Cassidy?
There's no leader then.
No. Isaiah Cassidy.
I'd say lower card.
Yeah, lower card. Although Private Party is probably going to be asked to do a lot more now that all these tag guys are going. Blade I think that's the Butcher. He's lower card. I don't know who that is. That guy looks like Chase U from NXT.
The freaking Best Friends.
Yeah. Oh God, what was his name? Is that Chuck Taylor? No,
Chuck
right?
Taylor. That is Chuck Taylor.
I think he's on the shelf forever. I think he got really messed up. But okay.
Brian Cage, the biggest
Cage, mid card guy. I think he's another guy. He could be in the main event, but not in the main event. He could be like up there, but he there's too many people now for him to get any traction.
He loses so many matches to guys who are
which is crazy because a guy with his physique you would think has a decent match. Claudio's main event guy all the way. He's like one of the best like guys you need. 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. He's solid. Okay.
Roderick Strong.
Roddy could be in the main event. I wouldn't be mad at Roderick being in the main event.
I'm mad at him in the main event. But to me, he's an upper mid carder. You know?
Yeah. As of right now, yeah. Because he's in that dog shit stable. He had a pretty good run as Continental Champion, though.
Yeah, he definitely
did. Okay. Scorpio Sky.
I forgot about him.
This is a guy who, when AEW came out, I'm like, this guy's going to be a star, and then just nothing happened.
Nothing at all.
Nothing. So I would put him in the low card, which is very sad because he's like another guy who's very talented.
Sad to see it.
Hook, mid card.
Hook's out of here. Hook is
really.
Hook is leaving.
You think he's gonna leave too?
Hook is out of it. Taz sees the writing on the wall.
If Taz leaves, then I'll say yeah, definitely.
I think Taz will be like, "Yo, save yourself."
It's like,
I'll be here longer.
You don't have to do this stupid shit all your life, like killing yourself. Yeah. You could just do a couple of these. Who else is there? Mid card for Dax.
Oh my
Ortiz. That's Ortiz. No. That's Ortiz. Yeah, Ortiz is released. He hasn't done anything of note since Santana left, and I think
Is he released? I think he just sits at home and collects money.
He collects money. He hasn't done anything meaningful in months ever since Santana left. So, Kenny, AEW World Champion, probably. Damn shame, because when he's one of those guys, like him and Danielson are the two guys who I'm like, when they're on an AEW show, I watch. And it sucks because for the last 2 years he's been out for so long. So I hope he can get back and obviously probably not going to be like the Kenny Omega putting on like 6-star classics in Japan, but still it's still a solid main event guy. But I hope he comes back. Buddy Murphy.
I can see him in the mid card.
Mid card, yeah.
Consider him a mid card talent, yeah. Going after one of the many mid card titles that AEW has.
Yeah, good lord. Okay. I think
get the fuck out of
here. Yeah, Dark Order guy. Get out.
Yeah, that's evil, you know.
Brian Keith, I love his gimmick, but mid card. I hate that he's with Jericho, so put him in the low card. I hate that he's with Jericho because Jericho is just trying at this point, and I feel bad because Jericho is one of my all-time favorites. Like, because I mean, not the last couple of years, not in the last couple of years, because of how many bad gimmicks he's had. But the last 2 years as a Jericho fan have been very, very tough to watch. Yeah. It's been very bad. It's been like it was the Jericho Appreciation Society. Then he went babyface and it didn't work. And then he went back to being a heel and it just didn't click. And then he had a couple of good matches with Eddie and Danielson. And now it's just like, dude, please just go away at this point. And I feel bad, but it's just not working. Yeah, Jeff Hardy's released. Jeff Hardy's gone. That's not much to say on that. Angelo Parker, low card. Yeah. Release Danhausen. I just don't get it. He's just collecting checks. Ospreay, AEW World Champion, easy. Not even a question.
That's not Ospreay.
Is that Ospreay? There he is. Okay. Okay, we're filling up the main event spots now. God.
Fuck out of here. Is that Serpentico or whatever?
Yeah, I hope that's not Gravity.
John
Silver, another guy, AEW original, but has done nothing. Low card, because him and Silver could get back in there. Hill and Reynolds can get back in there at some point. Release Kip Sabian. I think.
Yeah, look at this low card.
Good lord.
Yeah, release Kip.
Main event. Pac's a main event.
Definitely a main event. But the way they treat him.
But I mean, he's barely around too, though. He's always in. He's always in England.
I'd just rather sit home and collect checks.
Again, it's not a bad business. Don't know who that is.
Who the fuck?
That's the problem. Like, you have to really watch AEW to know all those luchadors.
Maybe that's Drilistico, whatever that dude. With the
that might be him. Put him in the lower card. Oh god, this next batch is going to be really fun. Ricky's leaving, and which is a shame because he is another guy who's really talented. He should. If I would put him in main event, because you could put him in a main event. Release Sammy Guevara. He is so overrated.
Please, thank God.
And I hate when people say it's the 4 pillars when only 2 of them are good. And Jungle Boy just started becoming good, and Sammy Guevara has not been good the whole. He had one good match with Cody when Cody's last match in the company, and that was it. There has been no other goodness from Sammy Guevara other than getting in the backstage fights.
Yeah. Exactly. All he is Tony Khan's like butt buddy. That's really it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone else would have released him by now, but
Yeah.
he's Tony Khan's butt buddy, so he just gets to stay in. He doesn't bring anything to the table. I don't think so. Like he has,
No,
like he could potentially. I could see that in him, but like I feel like he's just so full of himself. I don't know. I don't rate the guy.
I can't stand him. I can't stand his gimmick. It just doesn't add anything to the show.
I think I know who this is. I don't. Nah, I really don't know. I don't know who the fuck that is. You gotta go. Private Party, lower card. Whoo, the man, Jeff Jarrett.
Mid card.
Main event. Woo. Main event Jarrett. He's gonna main event all in.
Main
Wow.
event. He's gonna main event all in.
Finn
Not
versus
the.
Hangman's gonna main event all in.
Oh, good lord.
Jeff Jarrett still doing it at his age.
You know what's a great question? Where's MJF? MJF isn't even on this tier list. Hangman's
They
AEW
get him
champion.
a service. I don't know that champ. Main event. I'll put him in the main event.
Hangman, really? I buy Hangman as champ again.
I would have bought him as champ a while back, but I don't know. I feel like his reputation there is just damaged. If he's not anything like related to Swerve, because I feel like the only real thing since like the Omega feud thing that like really like he sunk his teeth into.
I get, yeah.
Other than that, he's just been moping for like years.
The rest of these guys, these last 5 guys, I feel like realistically, you can put in the main event.
Yeah. I wish Roosh was actually a main event.
Yeah, Roosh, Roosh had that. What was it? He had a program with MJF in the beginning when MJF came back, and then did nothing after. But I think Roosh could be another one of those guys you can get up there, main event. Wheeler's tricky because I think he needs a couple more years until he's into that upper echelon.
Yeah, but they try to force him in the main event.
And it just doesn't work. He's not ready yet.
He's nowhere near ready. But he has the potential. Yeah, he's a mid carder. Holy smokes. All these fucking people.
And then Wardlow and Adam Cole, when he gets back, can be an AEW World Champion.
Can be.
And oh boy, Wardlow.
I mean, where should he really be? He should be freaking released because they don't even use him.
Yeah, another. Damn, I wish he was. I wish he was back. Okay, so we did it. This wasn't too bad. I mean, there's so many guys in AEW where it's like, yeah, mid cards. Yeah, that wasn't that difficult. I thought it was good. I thought it was going to be like a lot more harder, but no, that's pretty solid.
I mean, that's just
a lot of releases. That's a WWE's release thing right there.
Yeah, they should have all these guys released. Honestly, I mean, some of these guys are already in WWE.
Yeah, Ego's there. He's. I just hope they don't Jeff and Matt. I was talking to somebody about it. I'm like, they should do their final run in TNA and then just call it a career. Don't go back to WWE. Just don't do it. It'll sully your legacy and people do not want to see it anymore.
So, not counting Ethan Page and Jeff Hardy, there's about like 28 guys that should be released. And I'd argue that probably half of these guys should be released.
Yeah. It's just a matter of like, okay, like your roster, if you have this many people on your roster, like, yeah, it's just hard. Like there's only there's like maybe like 15 people that you could, I mean, any of the main event guys you could more than likely put, like, I mean, Edge and Christian are older, but You could put the AEW title on most of these guys, and most people wouldn't be mad.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as like there's in the mid card, there's a lot of interesting people too. Like there's a lot of young guys like Kyle Fletcher, Wheeler, and Daniel Garcia. Kyle O'Reilly's a little older, but still decently in his prime. Will Hobbs, but
Yeah, Huck.
yeah, just there's just a lot of there's way too many people on this roster.
There's a
You
lot
have
of
to
there's a lot of
kind of
people sitting
trim some
around
fat.
catching checks. Yeah,
Exactly. It's like a lot of these people are just like, yeah, why wouldn't I do this? I mean, it's like it's so easy. It's like I wrestle when I want to, and I get paid a decent amount of money to do that. So why wouldn't I do it?
yeah. So essentially, you have a owner doesn't want to fire these guys because he's all their friends is friends. So he's keeping them all on their payroll, but they're not even wrestling. So like it's just a mess. It's messy over there. Very messy. Seems like some high school stuff. It's like a high school without a principal. Man.
Absolutely.
Like Tony's just letting them do what they want. Britt Baker's yelling at people saying, "Get out of my locker room."
Yeah, that's
like what have you done for it to be your locker room? Come
no,
on.
that's not good.
Like,
That's not good at all.
This company, man, like they. Where do you think they have to start if they want to make things right?
To make things right in AEW, that's like a loaded question. I mean, no company. Like the thing is, listen, we shit on AEW, but like no company's perfect. Like WWE has problems too, but get back. Like again, it's like it's harder now because it's in the mainstream. Like not the mainstream, but it's like the second biggest wrestling company in the world now. It's difficult because you have so many guys who can be a main eventer, but you can't put them in the main event. And it's like I would start by not doing, making Ring of Honor its own show. You have a separate roster, which I kind of think they tried to do, but I don't think it's really working. Have some crossover. The women division is fine. You can beef that up at any point in time, like if you want to. There's a lot of problems in there because people don't know how to act. I would just try and get back to your roots, or like go the TNA route, work smaller crowd. Like Collision's been working smaller crowd shows lately, which is fine. I mean, there's no disservice to your company. I mean, you're about to do a huge deal with Warner Brothers about and you're going to stream on Max. So I mean, and you're going to sell out Wembley Stadium, so you're not hurting financially. It's difficult because I don't want to say how to run your company, but just like defer to business people. Like, oh, this is you're losing money right now by running events at half capacity. You need to in order to run you're running at a net negative right now. You need to work at a net positive. You have to cut fat a little bit, which sucks because you don't want people to lose jobs because that sucks. But
yeah,
you're gonna have to. You just have too many guys collecting checks and not really working. And again, it's like some of these guys may be injured or they're just biding their time to go to WWE, like some people are. But I really don't. To fix it, my first thing if I had the book, get rid of the trios, dissolve the trios thing, get back to the tag team division that everybody loved in the beginning of AEW.
And can we get rid of the Continental title too?
I don't think. Well, they need a mid card belt. That's the
they
whole
have
thing.
They have the Continental, the freaking TNT. They have the Intercontinental or whatever.
Who is TNT champion right
I
now?
don't know.
Oh God, it's Jungle Boy. Oh God.
Oh yeah,
They're all locked up in the. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, there's two. Yeah, no, get rid of the one that Okada has and push Okada as a main event guy. You don't need the mid card belt, and then you have Osprey and MJF fighting for one of the belts. But oh, good lord.
Yeah, there's 3
So
men's
there's the
mid card
Continental
titles.
one, there's the International one. Oh, Jesus
Then
Christ,
there's
dude, there's so many
TNT.
belts. TNT. Yeah, okay, yeah. Get rid of some of these belts. You don't need this many belts.
Like that is, oh my gosh, man.
Oh God,
He needs to
I
defer the storylines to people that actually know how to, who actually just know how to entertain people, like, and not entertain Dave Meltzer by him. Like that, the book and Tony does just entertains
it's
Meltzer
it's
and the
it
few people
it's
at Wrestling
it like
Observer.
Punk said, it's a niche audience. It's all it
Very
is.
neat.
It's caters to the hardcore fan base, and that's good. But
The hardest of the book.
if you want to grow your company, you have to cater. Like you need to bring in big stars. Like I get it. You brought in Sasha Banks, Mercedes Moné, and she's been good. But
It's not, you need compelling television. Like the
exactly,
television isn't good enough. Like no one wants to. No one's saying, "Oh my god, I can't wait to see what happens next week," or "Oh my god, I have to pay for this
yeah.
$60 pay-per-view to watch
Mhm.
for like 5 hours to see what goes
They
on."
need like that bit like you say what you want about CM Punk, but he put asses in the seats. You know what I mean? Like it was
That's
like people were tuning in on Rampage when Rampage was worth it. Like you know what I mean? Like everyone's like, oh man, now I wouldn't be caught fucking dead watching Rampage. It's so
nobody
bad.
watches Rampage.
No, and it's like
Nobody.
they need one guy. They just need one guy who can drive up sales and like all that stuff. They just need one guy. And I know it's hard. It's hard to do that when, like
Tony doesn't know how to do that. Tony doesn't know how to propel. He doesn't know how to make a star talent. He doesn't know. He
it's
just
crazy.
thinks
Like everybody gives, this is another thing with the star power thing, and which is like a hot button issue with some people. It doesn't like to me, it doesn't matter as much because usually I'm just like, okay, I just want to see a good match. Like I don't care if like the guy's a nobody. Well, it depends on the nobody. You know what I mean? If it's like some bum, like a jobber, I'm like, okay, I don't care about this. But what's a good example? Like Priest, Damian Priest is a great example. Nobody gave a shit about Damian Priest until he cashed in the Money in the Bank contract. Then, as he was getting traction as a tweener, everybody started to get behind him, and that's what you do. And now you have a new star in Damian Priest. So hopefully they just need like a killer storyline that can get people invested and get people back on board.
But do you think Tony Khan is capable of making a killer storyline? Like a storyline that is entertaining. Do you think that man knows what entertainment is?
I mean, at some point he does. I mean, he puts on a show, and everybody seems to like it. To people who go there, but it's like again, like the Bloodline storyline. While it's getting, now it's getting good again because Roman just came back. Been some lulls. There have been some lulls in that storyline where people are like, okay, like enough with the Bloodline. Like I'm sick of the Bloodline.
I mean that's like a 2-year, 3-year storyline.
It's exactly like people are at this point are just like, okay, can we move on at this point? Like it's getting a little crazy.
Yeah, but like these in AEW they can't even string along like a month.
A long-term storyline, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't happen.
It's oh god. If I do believe Tony can do it, like he can make a good storyline, but it's like he needs people's help. He needs some writers or somebody to assist him.
He's not taking people. If he's not taking them their help now, like it just doesn't seem
it's difficult. But I mean, again, like everyone's like, what is it? Like, oh, that feeling of AEW, like it'll be restored. I'm like, dude, like it's hard to get back to something like that. Like everyone's like, oh, 2021 AEW. And then it comes out. Lucha Brothers are going to leave. Ricky Starks is going to leave. Daniel Garcia might leave. You're having like AEW originals like leaving and jumping ship. One of the fucking co-founders is in your biggest competition. The guy who said, I might not go back. I don't want to go back there. He's back there, and he's their fucking second biggest attraction.
Yeah.
I think Cody, I don't know. I think he saw, I don't know if he saw the writing on the wall or he didn't like the direction the company
Well,
was going. But
apparently,
Cody also has a different style of like they do. He's not like a
yeah,
flippy guy. He's like not a he's like a
sports
storytelling guy.
entertainment. Yeah,
Yeah, like
exactly.
he's better suited to WWE style. Like the Bucks aren't. And again, there's nothing
See,
wrong with how you wrestle. Like again, it's you wrestle how you wrestle, but you
I
know,
mean, there is something wrong to me. Like, see, with the Bucks, especially when they have a 6-man match, it's like there's no rules in the match.
no, then
There's
that's
no
what
tags.
it no,
The ref is just
and
there.
it just breaks down. And you're like, what the hell? What
It
am I
does
watching?
exactly. It doesn't make sense to me. Like Cody, he's not the best worker, and like yeah, like okay, but he understands like the showmanship of it, like the
Yeah,
aspect,
exactly.
like, and that's what's part of that's. I feel like the very niche fans don't understand. It's like yeah, you need work rate,
Hmm.
but you also need character and entering psychology and things of this nature. Like you just can't avoid that. Like that's what just makes that's when wrestling's at its best.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think with AEW is like 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 it's good that they focus more on the work rate and the wrestling, but you
Hmm.
still need the entertainment aspect of it.
Yeah, no,
Like
I agree.
you still need something that people can connect to emotionally and be like, I want to tap in and
Like
see the
keeping
next
it
time.
like yeah, it's like you got to get like their what was it? You have to get them. You have to get people to watch, like, and keep watching.
Yeah,
Like
because
that's the whole thing.
if every match is the same flip, I don't have to watch for 6 weeks or a month, and then I can just come back because I know it's
Yeah,
going to be the
exactly.
same thing.
Like after WrestleMania, I tuned out for a little while because you got to see where the story picks up from there, and then Cody's been good as champion. Priest was good champion, and everything co- was it was still good, but I'm just like, yeah, I don't really need to watch every show. I don't need to
Yeah,
right now.
yeah,
But you that's the thing. You like with WWE, you can just jump right back in. You can watch the pay-per-views and be like, okay, I don't really care how this is going. Like,
but then you were interested when you heard Tama Tonga pulled up, right?
yeah, I was like, huh. And then Jacob Fatu came in. I'm like, oh,
Exactly, like they know, like all right, things might be in a low, but like we're gonna use certain things to hook you back in, you
yeah,
know. And with AEW, is just like everything's great.
yeah. Everything's like, yeah, and it's just I like I don't know. AEW is just like it's just one of those things where you can get back to the place without the time because now it's like AEW. I feel like at the time when it was the hottest it was because WWE at the time was so bad, like
Yeah,
laughably bad, like at the point of like wow, like I'm watching this and this is horrible. Like
exactly.
then that's when
That helped them
AEW
a
came at
lot.
the exact right time in the wrestling business because people wanted to see a better entertainment. And it for 3 years they were kicking their ass, and then a bunch of stuff happened, and then they became and WWE decided, yeah, be we're gonna just be a story driven place, and we're gonna do great matches. We're gonna have decent people in place, and that's what it is. They just, they decided to use the style that was made Triple H famous in NXT. And I will always die on this hill. NXT from 2018 to 2020 is the best wrestling promotion in the world. I get it's under the WWE banner, but it is. It is the greatest wrestling product at that time. Even better than early AEW. I will die on
Mm,
that hill.
mm.
But
NXT right now is even pretty fairly decent.
I gotta get back into NXT. The thing with NXT for me is like the 2.0 stink of it like
Yeah.
scared me off for a long time and I just
Mm,
didn't want to watch it. Now it's really a developmental, but they got some really good guys coming up. They got Obafemi, who I think is going to be a beast.
Amazing.
Ethan Page, Javon Evans just looks like
he's going to be a star.
He's going to be a star. Like, you got some guys coming up, and
WWE
threw this guy right into a title program with Trick and Sean Spears and Ethan Page, and it made sense. The guy is 19 years old, and it made sense. It's crazy. It's just AEW has to go in a direction of we got to do stories to get people hooked. We can't just announce a match like 2 days before. And I get it, like, oh, where's the build? And that's like a reoccurring meme, but like it does kind of matter. Like, it does kind of matter. Like, oh, like you're scrolling on Twitter, like, oh, Moxley's wrestling like Pac or somebody. Like, oh, I gotta watch that. But like if there was built upon the week before, I'd be like, oh, great, I have a week, and then I don't have to change my plans around. You know what I mean? Like, they need to build stuff up.
Build some anticipation.
And I get it. Like, it's hard sometimes, but I feel like they need to. I feel like they're going to be around forever because Coney has so much money. But at one point, is it a depreciating asset? And it's just like whatever at this point. Like, it's not like you're losing so much at this point. It's not even really worth it.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time for his dad's like, all right, we're losing way too much.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Apparently, they're not such great owners of the Jaguars either, but we're not going to get into that.
Yeah, he's definitely not a great owner of the Jaguars. Not at all.
No.
But that's just where it comes down to, honestly. I think that's really the source of it all. It's just him not being a great leader or businessman that everyone thinks he is.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just seeing everything like play out, like how it is backstage, like with all the shenanigans, how it is on screen with the poor just storytelling and just these random matches. It's not a lot of care put into it. It feels like it's just a lot of like on the fly. Let me just quickly think of this real quick.
Yeah, exactly.
Throw something at the wall, watch it stick type of thing.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just like, at this point, it's just like, it's not worth it. It's just not, it doesn't make any sense.
We're going to end it off right here, man. It was good talking to you. It was good going through the AEW roster and just seeing how much people are getting paid just to sit around.
just to sit at home.
I'm about to just start wrestling and just try and get a check. If you're giving out free money, I'm here for it. What's up?
Exactly.
But yeah, all right, guys. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you like, share, and subscribe. Hopefully I can get another video coming soon. Maybe go more in about AEW, what's going on. That means I actually have to watch it. It's kind of hard watching the whole show. It kind of feels like a chore. But, for content, I'll do it, though.
Mm-hmm.
So, big up for that. But, all right, everyone, have a good night. And we'll see you next time. Peace.